Hello. Um, yeah, today I'm doing this vlog about the adult social services. I've been on the phone with them, on and off the phone with them all morning, trying to get a disabilities needs assessment. Now, basically, what that is they come out to your home, they do an assessment on you and what things you need to improve your mobility around your home and to improve the quality of your life, things like that. Which I rang them months ago to put in a referral. They have a bit of a waiting list, which is fine. Didn't really mind that. But then today someone rings me back to discuss it further and to see how they can help me. And basically, the guy rang me, asked me a few questions about my disabilities, what I struggle with, things like that. Then he said, okay, I'm going to ring the occupational therapy team and pass this info on to them, and then I'll ring you back to let you know what they say, whether they're going to do the assessment or not. So I'm like, okay, cool. He goes away. A while later, he rings me back and he says, okay, they've said no. I'm like, okay, why have they said no? He said, well, basically, your after your hip surgery, your mobility will improve. I'm like, no, it won't. I told you, it's a degenerative disorder. It's not going to get better. There's no cure for it. So it's more than just the hip surgery. That's just one thing I'm going to be dealing with in the next few months. There's most likely going to be more surgeries after that as well, like for my shoulders and my wrists and a possibility of my neck. So it's all kind of, I explained to him, it's all kind of up in the air with that at the moment. We're trying to deal with one thing at a time, and I'm still awaiting test results, x-rays and things like that to get a wider picture of it, so they can then figure out how to move on and what to do with that. And he was like, right, okay, I understand. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to ring them back up and I'm going to speak to them about it again with this new information you've given me. And he did that. He went away. He come back a few minutes later and he said, okay, they've said they're going to ring you back. They're going to ring you to discuss this further and about what they can help you with. So I was like, fine, okay. So then a few minutes ago, they rang me back again. The occupational therapy team rang me back and said, okay, right, we want to discuss your disability more with you. And she actually said, okay, my colleague told me you have Marfan syndrome. She goes, now don't know anything about that. So what I did was I went and I researched it a little bit before I rang you to find out what it was and what it entails, which is really cool. It's cool that she went out of her way to do that. A lot of people won't. A lot of professionals will just be like, oh, I've never heard of it, so it don't exist, you're lying. You know, that I've faced that a lot. But she basically was like, I see it affects your joints, your bones, your muscles, your heart, your eyes, basically all of your body. And she said, I see it's degenerative and that there's no cure for it, it's a long-term disorder. I was like, yeah. And she goes, now we've just got to figure out in terms of how we can help you. She was like, now this surgery you're having for your hip and that, and I go, and she goes, that from what I've understand, from what I've been told, that's not to improve your mobility. And I said, no, it's not, that's to improve my pain levels. And she was like, right, okay. And she was like, right, now, she goes, really, because you're new to our team as well, and that, basically, we're gonna pass you on to some other team, and they're gonna ring me back about an assessment and come out to do an assessment to see my transfers, apparently, like how I transfer myself getting in and out of the bath, how I transfer from a chair to standing, how I transfer from the bed, just things like that, which if they come out on a good day, that's going to be difficult, because I have the occasional good day where I can, or just about getting in and out of the bath on my own without injuring myself. But, so it's going to be really difficult. But they're getting someone to ring me back. But it just feels like from the start of this, when I rang them months ago, they've just been trying to wriggle out of it ever since. And it's just like, oh, well, no, we pass you to this team, we can't help you. And then the other team says, oh, we can't help you, we'll pass you to this one. And it's just getting really annoying now. She's basically told me as well, if you go to your GP again, speak to him about an NHS wheelchair referral form. And she said they do that, and once you've had an assessment for a wheelchair, she goes, which you are entitled to, you will get that. She said, but it's got something like a 5 months waiting list. Then once you've got that, she said, then it will be easier for you to get a needs assessment to have your home adapted because you're in a wheelchair. So now I've got to go through that and have them mess me around, so that possibly in 5 months I can go back to the Adult Social Services Disability Assessment Team to restart this process again for getting this, and then they're going to make me wait for months again. It's just, it is really frustrating. It's like I'm banging my head against the brick wall and not getting anywhere. Just annoying. And I bet this other team who's supposed to be ringing me back are probably gonna turn me down as well and say, oh, we'll send you back there, they'll help you. It's just really, really frustrating, and I've been trying to get this done for months now, for years. Really, I tried getting this done when I was a kid. My mum rang them to try and get help for me and my sister. My sister is registered blind. She was born premature, so her eyes didn't develop properly, and her sight is a little degenerative. So as she's got older, her sight's got a little worse. So my mum tried to ring them to get help for me and my sister, to get some things for my sister that could help her with her sight, such as a white cane, things like, I remember she did manage to get a few little things, and I remember my sister had this little thing, it's like a buzzer you put on a cup, so when you pour the hot water in or any liquid into the cup, once it gets to the right level, the thing beeps to stop you over pouring and water flowing out everywhere, which was pretty cool. She managed to get little things like that, which were helpful, but in the long run, not really, But yeah, she tried doing that, and they turned her down then. Then when I moved, after my mum had passed away, I moved into my nan's, and my nan tried to do it. She tried to get me and my sister the assessment to get us help, and they turned us down again. All the while, every time they would say, oh, sorry, you're not disabled enough, we can't help you. And then when I moved to the Isle of Wight, my aunt tried helping me get it as well, and again they said, sorry, we can't help you, you're not disabled enough. Then a few years ago when I moved here where I'm living now, tried to get it. Again, sorry, you're not disabled enough. Now, after my heart surgery, I found it a little bit easier. I'm getting my foot in the door with them a little, but then they're giving me the runaround, trying to go, oh, hang on, you know, we actually don't want to help you. I don't know why we said we did in the first place, you know, so it's like they're trying to wriggle out of it. And I keep getting told, oh, well, you need this bit of paper to be able to get us to help you legally. Because basically I need referrals from my GP for stuff. Then I need assessments done and the paperwork for that assessment to be able to get these teams to help me with what they should be helping me with. And I'm facing issues with my GP because he's like, oh, yeah, you don't need that, or I can't help you with that. So without his referral, I can't go get the assessment. Then without the assessment, I can't go get the help that I need. And it's so frustrating. And basically, I'm just not sure what to do. I'm waiting on this phone call again, and it's just, honestly, why do these bloody professionals like social services and all that crap exist if all they do is make the issue worse? You know, because I'm having issues with my anxiety at the moment because of all this, and I'm very stressed out, which isn't good for my blood pressure or my heart. So, and it's not good for the fatigue as well, because I'm so stressed out and my anxiety is going through the roof with it. That is making me feel very tired, because it wears you out. Stress wears you out, and I'm already worn out, so I can't really go much further on that. It's just really, really frustrating. You know, I can understand that they don't understand the condition because it's rare and it's complicated. Not many people have heard about it. I understand that. I don't expect them to have all the knowledge and know everything, you know. I expect them to listen to me and understand the fact that I am struggling with mobility and I do need their help and that I am entitled, you know. But it's just the fact that they kind of ignore me or don't listen properly, or, you know, because at first when I rang them I said it's a degenerative disorder with no cure, it's not going to get worse. Then they ring me back and say, okay, they've said no because when you have your operation it'll be better. What part of degenerative with no cure do you not understand? You know, it's not going to get better. And taking one key point of our conversation, like the hip surgery, and running with that, doesn't really help me. You need to listen to the whole conversation and everything I say, rather than just write down a key phrase, hip surgery, and then go on with that. No, you need to listen to everything. It's a complex condition. There's a lot to it. You know, you need to listen to what I say. But they don't. They don't listen. They're just lazy. And they think I'm the lazy liar. Yeah. But it's just, I get that a lot. I get told, oh, we've never heard of this. You're making it up. It can't be that bad. Oh, you're able to move around and walk now. Yeah. But when I get home later, I'm going to be in mega pain and I'm not going to be able to move. And then I'm going to need a week to recover. Just going out shopping. Go to town for an hour to do a bit of shopping, and that's it. I need a week or more to recover from that. So, and that's not normal, you know. No one can live their life like that. I don't think anyone would want to live their life like that. I certainly don't. This is why I'm asking for that help, to improve the quality of my life and to improve my mobility so I can get out and do things I need to do, rather than sitting around at home not being able to move, not being able to do anything due to this condition. You know, it's not like I'm like actively wanting to be lazy. I don't want to sit here all day in pain, feeling tired with my joints dislocating every time I pick up a cup or something, you know. I don't want that. I'd much rather be out doing my hobbies, which I haven't been able to do for months now, for like over a year, because of this. You know, I like to go hiking, I like to go cycling, and I haven't been able to do that because of this. You know, it's not like I want this. If I had my way and I could choose to be born with or without this condition, I'd choose to be born without it. But we don't get that luck, so I've got it and I've got to fight through it. And I struggle every day with it, and I don't want some jumped up knobhead to come and make my struggle worse by telling me, oh, sorry, you can't have this because you're not disabled enough. That phrase is starting to bug me, and I just want to punch anyone that says it to me at the moment. You know, because what does that even mean? You're not disabled enough. How disabled do I have to be? You know, what I think it comes down to their vision of a disabled person. Because mostly I think people think when you say disability, people think someone in a wheelchair not being able to walk sat there drooling. You know, that's what most people think, and that's not the case. There are things called invisible disabilities, which I have kind of. You know, yes, occasionally I use a wheelchair, I use a walking stick. I should use the wheelchair a lot more, but I don't like to use the wheelchair because of the way I'm treated when I use it, and because it's too difficult trying to get a wheelchair on and off buses or through busy town centres and through busy shopping malls is very stressful and really hard, because people are ignorant nowadays. They won't move out of your way. They'll deliberately get in your way. They see you coming and they're like, oh, what can I do to make their struggle harder? I know, I'm going to stand in front of them staring at them so they can't get through the shop doorway. You know, that's what people are like nowadays. I know not all people are like that, but I've faced a lot of it. You know, and these professionals that are supposed to help relieve this sort of thing are making it worse for me, you know, and it's just really stressful. But there we go. I suppose that's my curse, innit? That's my battle to deal with, because I can cope with the disabilities. I can cope with having them. You know, I've accepted I've got disabilities. I've accepted I'm going to be in pain most of my life. I've accepted that my bones will dislocate if I do anything remotely active or strenuous. You know, I've accepted all that. But what I don't accept is the way I am treated because of my disability, and the way professionals treat me. They're supposed to be there to help and they don't. You know, that's what I've not accepted. That is the hard part. It's not the disability, it's how I'm treated because of the disability. And I'm sure a lot of you out there with disabilities understand where I'm coming from. I'm sure you've been treated that way as well. You know, and it's just, ugh. But yeah, I've ranted on about this for nearly 20 minutes now, so this is going to take a while to upload to YouTube, but yeah. But thanks for listening to me rant on about this, and thanks for watching the video. See you all later. Bye bye.